Tidal force. Prepare to get wet. On this ride, you are considering the motion as the ride comes down the hill and makes a big splash at the bottom. Don't worry if you want to stay dry, you can. This ride fulfills the requirement for the 5th ride that you have to do. It does not count as a roller coaster or as circular motion. Also, you do not have to ride at all for this lap. This will allow you to keep your accelerometers dry. You are calculating G's, but you will only need a stopwatch. You do not need any other equipment. Before you go to Hershey Park, start by making a prediction. You can also calculate the velocity at the bottom of the ride. This will save you a little time at the park. All the ride specifications are in the packet. Make sure you show your work. The only measurement that you need to take at the park is the time required to stop. Stand off to the side of the ride near the splash zone and watch the car come down the hill. Start timing as soon as the boat enters the water and stop timing as soon as the boat stops making the big splash at the bottom. Make sure you are watching the boat itself, not the splash. The splash continues for several seconds after the boat stops producing it. Now you can finish your calculations. You will need to calculate the acceleration and use that to calculate the force. You will then relate these numbers to other values. To answer the questions, convert your acceleration in meters per second squared to G's using the fact that 1 G equals 9.8 meters per second squared, and convert the stopping force to pounds using the fact that 1 pound is 4.45 newtons. The last thing you have to do is draw the graphs. Start with the acceleration versus time graph. How is the acceleration changing, if at all? Hint, what are you calculating on the front? What has to be true about the acceleration to use the kinematic equations? From the acceleration versus time graph, draw the velocity versus time graph. How are the velocity and acceleration related? Make sure these graphs agree. After you get your measurements at the park, add these numbers to your graph.